Hey guys, before we jump onto today's topic, I want to show you two things real quick and talk about them a little bit. Here we have the gacha revenue for the past month, and as you can see, the difference between this Assassin's Creed collaboration and the version 2.7 where we had Cap Arena is 5 million. That's a lot, right? That is good for the developers. They will be happy and partying. What this means for us players, I've already talked about this and explained everything in one of my past videos. Let me go over the major things here one more time. This means that the game will, in fact, it's pretty much 99% confirmed right now, that the game moving forward will leave their veteran players behind. We veterans will barely have any content, we already pretty much have nothing, and it will become less and less and less, because with these collaborations everything will be catered towards new players. The game will die after you play it 5 or 6 months and you have no content left, and it will become a simulator of maintaining your account. And the game will be kept alive by a steady influx of new players that are coming in from new big IPs that Reverse collabs with. So this is very, very good news for the developers, for us players, especially veterans. That is detrimental because simply, right, if a collaboration like this is so incredibly successful that it racks up 5 million revenue more than usual patches, I mean, yeah, you don't need to be a genius to realize what this will actually mean. So there you go. There is another pretty fun thing here that I want to show you, because you see, right, the revenue here, the combined revenue is 7.3 million. Now if you look at what the global revenue is, then, spoiler alert, it is 800k. The global audience contributed 800k towards the 7.3 million in total. That is an absolute laughing stock, and we should be really, really gladful and happy that we even have our global version. There we go. Now let's move on to the next topic, which honestly has me really, really confused. I'm talking about that they will do a 2nd anniversary preview program for us global players. Are they really saying that our global players, they are too dumb to use the internet, they are unable to do some research on their own, so let's tell them real quick what is actually going on? Is that what they're saying here, what they're going for with? Do they think we are completely brain-rot morons that don't know what is going on? Or, I mean, what are they saying? I mean, they wouldn't be too far off, right? It would make some sense. You get it. But still, I don't know what to think about this. You tell me in the comment section down below, what even is this? Everyone, see, look, everyone that doesn't know what is happening in the 2nd anniversary will also not watch this live stream. There is no one on the planet that goes into this, watching this live stream, that seriously doesn't know what's happening in the 2nd anniversary. That is not gonna happen. So what is the point of this? Please let me know, because on this one I'm completely lost. Alright, now, we have to cover things like that. We have to talk about everything concerning the game, be it all the positive and hype stuff, but also the negative and bad things that are controversial, right? We gotta do it on this channel. That's just what it's all about. So now, we have characters here and a bunch of Euphoria updates that are happening in the 2nd anniversary. And I want to, like, there's nothing else to talk about. There's no content. We don't have any information, right? I'm just have to buy some time until we get the information about version 3.1, and then we can talk about like actual hype stuff. But for now, to buy some time, let's talk about what, like, the characters that are gonna release in the 2nd anniversary. What teams to build with them? What will be their place in this game? And same for the Euphoria updates. What teams to build with them, around them, what's their spot, what's their role, right? So first of all, we're gonna have 3 new characters released with Nautica, Mulia, excuse me, we have 4 new characters revealed with Nautica, Mulia, Ulrich and Buddy Fatfuck. So what's the deal with these characters? Where they go? What are their teammates? And so on, right? Let's start off with Nautica. That's, everyone knows it by now. That's very, very obvious. She's gonna be the new best character in the entire game, being the main and core part, the main DPS of the by far best team in the entire game. And she goes along with the Euphoria update that we will be getting for Semmelweis. Those two will be the core of the team. They will have to be played together, and there you go. Those are the partners in crime that build the best team in the entire game, together with Eternity and Medicine Pocket. Now, for the second part, let's not continue with Muldi and Ulrich. Let's first of all get this Etsio crap out of the way real quick, because Etsio, that is now the new main DPS for the poison archetype team. Don't make the mistake of thinking to play him together with Cassandra and Alexio, or don't be one of those brainfucks that place him in a team with Fatutu and Flutterpage and then makes an argument for this character actually being good and viable. No, you would waste Flutterpage and Fatutu. Besides that, you know, Flutterpage and Fatutu, they are such a broken duo. You can pair them with literally every single character in this game, and every single character that will be paired with Flutterpage and Fatutu will be good. I can give you some examples here if you want. You can even play Flutterpage and Fatutu together with Nautica and Semmelweis, because guess what? Both Nautica and Semmelweis, they have follow-up attacks. Pairing them with Flutterpage and Fatutu is perfectly gonna work. We will have the Dynamo archetype with Lucy and Ulrich, and guess what? You don't have to put Sharon in there, you don't have to put Mercuria and Astra in there. No, you can also pair them with Flutterpage and Fatutu, and you can put every single main DPS in this entire game together with Flutterpage and Fatutu, and it's not only gonna work, but it's gonna be good. So again, using this pairing with Flutterpage and Fatutu as an argument for a character being good is completely dumb shit, right? That's why you have to pair Ezio with, like, you give him his best place in the game, and that was from the moment he released, always together with Tuesday. And now with 2.8 we get the Euphoria update for Jessica that will replace Kakania, and she will also spread poison, which helps Ezio accomplishing dealing more damage, right? Sure, Tuesday depletes poison and Jessica also depletes poison, which would lead you to believe that that will reduce Ezio's damage, but that is a completely wrong conclusion if you play it right, because if you play it right, then the battle will either end once Jessica and Tuesday deplete the poison. You can use the depletion of the poison to finish the battle, or you can reapply the poison just fast enough and it won't affect Ezio in any way, shape or form anyways. So there you go, the best team for Etsio is the poison lineup, and Jessica will join the fray with her Euphoria update in version 2.8. Alright, since I now just mentioned the Dynamo team, let's talk about it. The character Lucy, she will receive a Euphoria update and she will have a rerun in version 2.8, and she, together with the free character Ulrich, will build the Dynamo team together with Ezra. Now for the time being you will have to use either Mercuria or Mulia until version 3.0 when Sharon is released. Then this character Sharon will replace Mercuria or Mulia and take the spot in the Dynamo team, and he will be a must pull, spoiler alert, because there is no if you will play Dynamo or something like that, you will play Dynamo, that's like straight up effect. If you like, there's no way you would possibly not play Dynamo after version 2.8. That would be a complete waste and you would make a huge mistake. So there we go. Now that I just mentioned Mulia, let's talk about Mulia. That is a must skip character. Why? Because she doesn't have a best in slot in any good team, or in any team for that matter, and she will be used due to that as a slot in. And as I explained a lot of times by now, slot in characters are not viable anymore after or in from version 2.8 and onwards. Teams are complete. The only team that is not complete is the ultimate archetype team, which misses the healer. Every other team in this game is complete. We have already enough slot-ins, like Euphoria can be used as the slot-in, we have Mercuria as the slot-in, and so on and so forth. Like a character like Mulia is absolutely not needed whatsoever and would be a complete waste of your resources. So what could you do with her? You could use her for the time being, as I just explained, in the Dynamo archetype team, or you can play her together with Melania and Recoleta, or like Buddy Fairchild for example, in the ultimate archetype team. That would also only be for the time being, for this one version 2.8, because in version 3.0 we received the Euphoria update for the character Getian, and he would outclass Mulia by a pretty significant amount. So there you go. Now we only have two characters left to talk about, and one of them is Buddy Fairchild. Just in case you wouldn't have the characters of Recoleta or Noir, then you can build a ultimate archetype team together with Buddy Fairchild and Melania. Yeah, you have to use Getian once he is released, of course. For the time being, you can put in other characters here, like the character Name Day or the aforementioned Mulia can also fill the slot for the time being. But again, this only, first of all, is an option if you don't have Recoleta and you don't have the character Noir. And then there's another bummer, because this will also only be for the version 2.8, as in 3.0 we not only get this Getian Euphoria, no, we also get a Euphoria update for Centurion, which would then heavily outclass Buddy Fairchild as well. So that's about them. Now the very last character that we have to talk about that also receives the Euphoria update is Regulus. Regulus is pretty irrelevant for most players, but if you are in this very niche and weird scenario that you have accomplished the impromptu team, but for some reason after like 5 consecutive versions you missed Voyager all the time, you don't have Voyager, then you can get Regulus from the Euphoria banner, build a Euphoria and play in the impromptu team. Now there is another thing about Regulus, because she will be a tiny little bit better than Voyager. So if you aim, which you, spoiler alert, shouldn't, right, there is enough of resources that you will have to spend in this version and in the upcoming version anyways, you shouldn't invest into this Regulus unless you have the Euphoria materials anyways and you already own Regulus, right? Then, if you aim for the very best impromptu team, Regulus is gonna be the best in slot there, but it is very close, and as I said, it wouldn't be worth the investment if you don't earn Regulus, or if you are short on materials that you need to upgrade your Euphoria update. And there you go, guys, that's everything. We covered all the Euphoria updates with Semmelweis, Lucy, Regulus and Jessica, as well as all the four new characters with Nautica, Ulrich, Buddy Fairchild, and who was it? Mulia. Those were it. We covered every single character in this game, and that's it for today, guys. I hope that was fun and informative. If you like Reverse1999 content in general, please consider leaving a follow on my channel. I would really appreciate it. But until next time, don't forget to join the Discord server, link in the description down below. Have a great day, take care of yourselves, and we love this game.